So I got this thing in the shop, and I'm not sure what I was thinking, believing I could lift this thing on my own. But what I'm going to do is get the faceplate on there, and then see if I can recruit one of my neighbors to help me at least get it up on the lathe. Yeah, I don't know how much this thing weighs, to be completely honest with you. I'd be curious to know, but it's full of water, it's soaking wet. Who knows? Anyways, let's get the faceplate on and let's get this thing turned. Hopefully. Kind of awkward. I don't know where to grab from. Oh God. I got it. You got it? Yep. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna have to once again. Okay. No. That's it. Alrighty. I'm gonna trim it up a little bit with the chainsaw, but that's gonna be fun. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. Be careful.
I will. I'm gonna try.
Be really careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the. Let's see. Alrighty. Thank God for good neighbors. But we got it on here, and it is it's something. I have about half an inch of clearance down here, which is pretty awesome. So now I know I can max this tailstock out at about 28 inches, a little less. But what I'm gonna do is get the chainsaw, clear off some of these corners so it makes life a little bit easier, and get the tailstock on here, and let's see what happens. So I turned it on, and the tailstock here started wobbling a little too more than what I was comfortable with. So I added this little leg that's this wedged in here. It's got a little slot for the thickness of the wall here. Let's just see if it adds some stability, and hope for the best. Alright, so I am about done with the outside. Still got a little bit to go, about 4 or 5 inches, and then I'll have to clean it up. However, there is this inclusion here where the limbs met, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I mean, it runs pretty deep, and it runs close to the bottom here, but I'm hoping I can not necessarily turn it out, but this might be more of an artistic piece with the split here, but we'll see. I may at least get the outside done, or completely shaped before I start being concerned about it. So let's get the lathe back on, and surprisingly everything is going very well. Everything's been turning really nicely. It's been pretty stable. The only issue that I'm having is the size of my tool rest, which I had that the last time that I turned a large bowl, and for some reason I didn't think about that. And also my bowl gouge is about to the end of its life, at least as lengthwise, so I'm still got a few little things I'm a little nervous about, but we'll see. We'll get through it. Alright, so I'm gonna get the lathe back on and get back to turning. Alright, so I finally got the outside rounded out. It took me a lot longer than anticipated because I wanted to get rid of this bark inclusion as much as I possibly could. And I've still got a little bit I want to get rid of, so I'll keep working at that. And also, I did run into a little bit of issue. There's a hairline crack running through here. And I'm hoping that doesn't run too deep, but we will see. Also, the curved tool rest was a godsend. It really did help out. Okay, so let me get the tenon started on this and finish up the outside, and I can finally get it flipped around. Alright, got a little bit of an issue again. I was turning the tenon for this, and then this all broke loose. Not sure how deep it goes, but it's filled with dirt and bark. And I don't necessarily know if I feel safe turning a bowl this big, especially with the other hairline crack right here and this. So I don't think this bowl is going to turn out as big as I hoped. It already isn't. I've had to turn away a lot. I'm going to keep working, keep turning away, just see if I can thicken that up, like the wall thickness here, to where it's not so small, and just see what happens. Either way, this bowl will be finished. It's not going to be as big as I'd wanted it to be. But let's get the lathe back on and finish it up. Alright, so I just finished this gigantic elm bowl, and I have to say I am super happy with how this piece finished. Now, the whole idea behind why I wanted to turn something this large was, for one, I just love turning large bowls. It's one of the main reasons why I got into wood turning. But second, and probably more importantly, I just wanted to see what my lathe can handle. Now, I have the Laguna 1836, and it has a 1.5 horsepower motor with a 110 voltage. But with that bowl extension, I wanted to see just how far I could push it. And I have to say, I'm highly impressed. When I was turning the piece and roughing it out, it actually, I don't believe it bogged down a single time, which was my main concern. And it also was pretty stable throughout the whole piece, which is another big concern. So overall, I would highly recommend the bowl extension if you want to turn larger pieces like this, and it will even work on the smaller 1.5 horsepower version. Now, when I started roughing out this piece, it started around 28 inches diameter and about 8 to 10 inches tall. Final piece came in around 23.5 by 6 inches tall. So I had to turn away a lot there just because there was more voids and bar conclusions and that type of stuff that I didn't anticipate, but that's all right. I still was very happy with how this piece. Some of the bigger gaps I ended up having to use black epoxy to fill in. And I'm not really an epoxy guy, but I do use it occasionally to fix things like this because I definitely wasn't going to let this piece go to waste. Now, I wanted to also try and break my record for the biggest bowl I've ever turned, which is actually 24 inches. And so this piece came right in under that, and that's all right. I fully expected this piece to be the bigger one, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So I do have plans already to try and beat the record again, and I will be doing that within the next few weeks. So if you enjoyed this, stay tuned and check it out, and we will see if I can beat it. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see y'all next time.